Thousands of years ago, there was a man who was one of the greatest leaders of the land of Israel. A man who had great faith, a prayerful and a humble servant of God. A man who had chosen by God to lead his people to the promised land. A man called Joshua. And this is his story. The people of Israel were camped on the border of the land of Canaan. They had been delivered from slavery in Egypt and had lived in the wilderness for 40 years during the time of Moses. After the death of Moses, Joshua had chosen by God as a new leader of his people. Now God has directing and encouraging Joshua as he had Moses. Joshua, my servant Moses is dead. Arise, cross the Jordan River, you and all the people of Israel, into the land which I am giving them. Joshua's great moment had come, but this task seemed beyond human strength, for at this time the Jordan was swollen by floods and was too deep and swift for the people to wade across. But God reassured Joshua, "Do not be afraid and terrified, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." When Joshua heard these words of the Lord, he decided to tell his people to prepare at once for the crossing of the Jordan River into Canaan.
The Lord brought us from Egypt. He promised us this land. Soon it will be ours. Come. Go and secretly explore the city of Jericho. Find out how strong the city, the size of its walls, and the number of its soldiers. For we must take Jericho before we can go any further into the land of Canaan. Are you ready?
Yes, we are ready. We will search the whole city.
Now go, and God be with you. Tell the people to set their provisions ready, because in 3 days you will cross the Jordan River.
The two spies sent by Joshua started to spy on the city of Jericho. While they were entering the compound, they were seen by Jericho's soldier roving in the city.
Who are those two strangers? They look like Israelites. Stop!
Come this way. You must hide. I've heard about your God, the God of Israel. You are different. Please assure me that my family will be spared when your people conquer Jericho.
If you protect us and keep our mission a secret, we promise to save you and your family when the time comes.
Come.
When the soldier didn't find the spies, they reported immediately to the king of Jericho.
Go to your place and capture those Israelite spies. Open the door! Rahab, open the door!
Please, help us. If you help us, we will help you and your family.
Go out this way.
Rahab, open the door!
I will try my best to save you from them.
Rahab, open the door!
Come with us.
No, I can't. I can't leave my family.
When our army comes, hang this in your door so they will know not to harm you. It will be passed over.
Rahab, where are the two men who came to your house? Bring them out! They are spies!
Some men did come to me, but I did not know where they from. And just about the time the gate was to be closed, men went off. If you hurry, you can catch up with them.
With Rahab's help, the spies safely escaped from Jericho and hurried back to Joshua with their report.
Joshua! Joshua!
Tell me, what you have found there? Did you find your way in?
No in the wall, but in their hearts, Joshua. We met a woman. She thinks God has taken the city already, felt in fear, because they know He is with us.
God is with us, but we're still to find a way.
With this news, the people of Israel gathered strength, courage, and bravery to enter as soon as possible to enter the city of Jericho. Meanwhile, God gave Joshua instruction on how to cross the Jordan River. After then, Joshua immediately ordered his people to prepare.
Purify yourself, because tomorrow the Lord is going to do great wonders among you.
The day come to enter Canaan. Confidently, Joshua urged the people to go forward. The rushing waters of the river Jordan did not frighten him, for God had told him what to do. After the Lord had commanded, Joshua told the priests to go first carrying the Ark of the Covenant. And as the priests stepped into the river Jordan, a wonderful thing happened, just as the Red Sea. So here too, God provided a dry path for His people as long as the priests carrying the Ark of the Covenant remain in the riverbed. The the waters to the right of them stood as a wall. Now the gate of the city of Jericho was shut up tightly. No one came out or went in, for the people of Jericho were afraid of the attack from the army of the Israelites come outside the city. When Joshua went out to look at the city and saw the great walls, he wondered how they would ever be able to take the city. But as he stood there in deep thought, he suddenly saw someone near him. It was a man dressed like a soldier and carrying a bright sword in his hand. Then Joshua asked him,
"Who are you? Are you one of us or one of our enemies?"
Neither. I am the captain of the Lord's army.
What does my Lord have to say to a servant?
Take off your shoes, for the place where you step on is holy.
Joshua quickly obeyed his heavenly visitor, and then as he listened, the Lord made known his plan for taking Jericho.
Joshua, you must know that I have already delivered into your hands and its king with his warriors. But you must follow my instruction to take possession of the city. If you obey me, the walls of Jericho will fall on the ground before your eyes. Now listen. Listen carefully to what you should do. God gave all the instructions to Joshua to prepare for battle. Already having all the indications, Joshua prepared the people.
The town should have a parade around the walls of the city of Jericho for 7 days. First, the 7 priests, let them take care to blow the shofar. The other priests, they are charged by carrying the Ark of the Covenant. And the soldiers, they should mark in front and behind them, while the people would mark in back. During the first 6 days, they only have to keep 1 tour of the city a day, that everyone remains silent, and the only sound will be that of the trumpets.
The walls of Jericho were full of soldiers with best of weapons ready for battle. Everyone is watching what the Israelites are doing. The next day, when the people of Jericho looked out their windows, they saw a strange procession moving around the walls of the city. First came a company of armed men marching along silently. Then came 7 priests, and behind them came more priests, carting the Ark of the Covenant. Then came more soldiers, but they made no move not to attack the city. It was very strange. They were marching silently around the city with no noise but the sound of their feet on the ground. Once around the great stone wall they marched. Then they returned to their camp at Gilgal. Then the people of Jericho were puzzled and afraid. Why didn't the Israel attack the town?
What are they doing? Strange. Strange silent march around the city?
When the Israelites had marched around Jericho every day for 6 days without any harm coming to the city, some of the people of Jericho began to ridicule their enemies. But Rahab was certain that the Israelites would soon capture Jericho. So she hung a scarlet cord in her window, as Joshua's spies had told her to do. On the 7th day, the people of Israel marched around the city again, not once but 7 times. The 7th time the priests blew loudly on their horns, and Joshua cried out to his people and said, Then all the people made a great noise, and all the sounds of the walls of Jericho began to fall. The Israelites rushed into Jericho and took the city. Rahab and her family were spared because the Israelites were lost.
Has kept his promise. If we obey the Lord, anything is possible!